I never wanted to be one of those people that comes on TikTok and cries, but like, here I am.
If you voted for Trump, we can't be friends.
Hi, listen, if someone voted against your humanity, you're not going to go home and see them over Thanksgiving. You're not going to see them at Christmas.
Hey guys, welcome back again to the channel. So good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So in today's video, people are sharing why you need to cut off from family members or from friends who voted for TP, okay, because they voted against your right, against your moral, and every other thing in between, right? So let's go ahead, listen to what they have to say, then we'll come back and we'll talk about it. Let me know what your views are in the comment section, and please do not forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and do give this video a thumbs up as well. Let's go watch the videos.
If you voted for Trump, we can't be friends. I heard that and I was like, wow. The thing that resonated deeply to me was, well, the first thing that resonated to me was, you mean to tell me that there are people that are in your life and you don't know where their moral compass is? What would be the purpose of getting rid of them now? You already have a relationship with them. Now is the time to really dig deeper into your relationship, your friendship with them, so therefore they understand a different point of view. It's not okay for them to vote the way that they want to vote, but it is okay for you to continue to allow them in your life without holding them accountable for other behavioral factors that have probably existed in your friendship and that have been there all along. That's your fault, boo-boo. It's your fault. You allowed them in your life for all of this time, right? And you did nothing about it. Let me break it down for y'all a little bit more. You see that woman cheating on her man, but that's my girl. You don't do anything to stop the behavior. You don't do anything to limit their access, limit the access that they have in your life. You're the superior person. How dare you vote for Trump, right? They're cheating on their man. You allow the behavior. You don't let them know how unethical that is. You do nothing about it. You see how poorly your mother treats your sibling, but you do nothing about it. That's just mama. You know how she is. You don't set boundaries for people in your life. You don't express the things that you need, and these are the non-negotiables. And this is what I would like our healthy relationships look like. How do we compromise and get on the same page about what that looks like going forward? But the moment you find out someone that you knew or someone that you know voted differently, you ready to throw in the towel? I say no. What really needs to happen is you really need to do a self-assessment and figure out, why is it okay for me to allow people that have such a different viewpoint in my life? That's one thing that you could look at, but also really think about the other behavioral characteristics that they've exemplified over the time that you've known them, and how have you held them accountable?
So he's saying that if people in your life and they voted differently, you should have known their morals and their attitude all this while. So why are you cutting them off right now when you already know that this is who they are? They have no moral values, no, this is what he's trying to say. So he's asking, all this while, have you ever held them accountable? So why do you want to do that now? This is deep, right?
One of the main reasons so many conservatives are surprised and in disbelief today that some of the very few liberal friends and families they may have are cutting them off completely from their lives because they voted for Trump and essentially for what he represents is because conservatives don't know what it feels like to be part of a community in which everyone in it is free to share different political and religious beliefs and attitudes from their own. The fact is that most conservatives don't know what it's like to experience rejection from people who share different thoughts and beliefs from theirs because within their own conservative communities, everyone around them think and believe the exact same way. In fact, one of the key tenets of being a traditional conservative-minded person is that for you as an individual to be able to fit in within a traditional conservative collective community, you must first agree to your unquestioning alliance to that community by agreeing to adhere to every single demand that that community may have in order for you to be accepted. That is to include how you must view and feel about other people from different socioeconomic backgrounds, religious belief, and people who have different skin colors and gender and sexual preferences from yours. Otherwise, you're not welcome to be part of that community to start with. Now, while understanding that many of you listening to me right now will respond back to me by telling me that liberals are no different, that in order for you to be part of a liberal community, you too have to agree to adhere to its liberal beliefs, I will say back to you that you haven't really thought about these matters deeply enough. And this is why. While conservatives share an extensive list of demands and requirements that you must agree on to bow down to in order to be part of that conservative community, liberals, on the other hand, have one single demand, and that is that you will agree to mind your own business. That's it. The only thing that will get you rejected among a liberal community is a violation of that requirement.
I never wanted to be one of those people that comes on TikTok and cries, but like, here I am. Some of you started following me because I look like a supermodel, obviously. Some of you started following me because of my political comedy content. What some of you don't know is that I was raised in a very conservative household. My parents are doctors, my sister's an attorney, and it's been hard. Don't cry, bitch, suck it up. Yes, ma'am. Anyway, last year in 2023, I went to the Grippy Socks Hospital, shall we say. It was not my first time, it was not my second time. But this time I did allow my family to come see me. And when they came to visit, they asked, what can they do? Which was the first time I really had ever heard them say that. My father even apologized because he knew that some of the things that he had said and done to me as a child, hell, even as an adult, impacted me and my mental health. By the way, my mother's a psychiatrist. Please keep that in mind. I asked my sister to be on my side sometimes. That's what I asked of her. Not to change politically, but to be on my side sometimes when my parents get on my case. That might look like her saying, I'm sorry they did that, Brittany. Or looking at my family and saying, guys, let's not talk about that right now. Let's not do that. From my parents, I asked them two things. I asked them not to speak on politics in front of me because they are ultra-conservative, MAGA, religious, Southern Baptist people. And I asked them not to ignore things anymore. They have a very waspy persona, if you know what that is, where we just smile and stay sweet for the neighbors, if you will, in case they're watching. My mother agreed, my father agreed, my sister agreed. My mother even suggested we do Zoom family therapy. That did not happen, obviously. That's why I'm using TikTok. Don't tell my therapist. There was really not much of a change from any of them. I now live in LA, and I went back to Minnesota, unfortunately, during the week of the election. It didn't go well. My mother FaceTimed me and my sister celebrating and dancing and smiling, and when I reminded her that I don't want to talk about that we don't need to do that, she continued to smile, and my sister didn't take my side. Shocking, I know. She said nothing. She walked away from the situation, didn't say anything to me. She heard me sniffling in the background after we got off the phone with my mom because I had watched a boundary be crossed. And she just came back in 5 minutes later and said, okay, ready to go? I told her this is why I don't go hang out with mom and dad on the holidays, and she got mad at me, so I just lost it on her.
Are people really getting separated or divorced because of how they're voting? It doesn't make sense to me. I didn't marry my wife because she agrees with me on everything. We've actually had pretty diverse ways of thinking about things. I've always been more leaning to the right, and she's been more leaning to the left, although thanks to Kamala and all her shenanigans and everything that's been happening during this whole year, I think my wife is leaning more to the right because the things that women are fighting for right now, like abortion and equal rights, it's all nonsense. So she's seeing that, and I think she's starting to kind of sit in the middle where I was. Now I'm leaning more to the right, and she does what she does. Like, I'm never going to try to convince her, you have to vote for Trump. She just follows my lead as, the wife in the house, and she trusts that I have really good judgment. That's why she stuck with me all these years, for 11 years now. And I said, I'm voting for Trump, and she said, all right, whatever, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and follow your lead, and I'm going to vote for Trump too. So she understands that I'm not just doing it because, I don't know. I'm thinking of our family and our family's future when I think about our vote. So that's the way it is. But even if she didn't want to vote for Trump and she wanted to vote for Kamala, I'd be totally fine with that. I love the woman. She's an amazing mother. She's an awesome wife. She's everything I've ever dreamt of as a wife and a mother in my house. So, if she wanted to vote differently, that's fine. And I don't think she ever had a problem with me trying to vote for Trump or leaning more to the right, because I have strong family values and I really care about, our family. And that's pretty much my whole life, is just working and taking care of our family. So she trusts me on that end. I trust her to do her job. and we just work together. But I can't believe people are just really getting divorced or separated over political ideologies, because you shouldn't be marrying someone for that reason anyways. A woman should be marrying a man because he's a great leader and he's going to follow, she's got someone to follow, and she knows he's going to make the best call for the family, and they're going to progress and grow as a family. And that's what her job is, and his job is just to stick to his purpose, grow as a family, protect, provide. That's what we do, right? So none of that really deals with political stuff. I don't know. The fact that women are divorcing their husbands over voting for Trump, it just goes to show you they were never really in it, for the right reasons anyways. And they were probably on this new age stuff where, we're going to split everything 50-50, and whatever. I like to be the breadwinner of the family. If my wife starts, she starts making money, I got to find a way to make more money, because I'm never going to slow down, always got to keep pushing. But this video's gone on long enough. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below.
So I actually didn't understand this man, because he was just going all over the place where he talked about, I lost him where he was talking about the purpose of the man, which is him, and the wife's purpose. The wife's purpose was just to follow his lead, while he pursues his purpose. Now I'm confused at that point. Okay. Anyway, good for them. They decided to vote for whoever they voted for, and he's talking about people who are divorcing their spouses just because of their votes. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Okay, what do you think? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. I hope to read from you. Please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and do not forget to give my video a thumbs up. Okay, thank you so much. I hope to see you on my next video. Have a good day. Bye guys.